Welcome back to Carneades.org. In this video, we're going to be looking at assumptions, faith, and science. First, I'm going to set out some definitions. Faith, I'm going to define as a belief that is based on assumptions. And being a good skeptic, I'm going to set a very high bar for knowledge. And knowledge, in this book, is something that has zero assumptions. We're going to see if science can get over that bar. Well, let's see. Take a common scientific claim, such as Earth has a gravity of approximately 9.8 meters per second. Inherent in this claim, there's a couple of assumptions. Your science teachers were honest. Your science teachers were not mistaken. Whoever taught them was honest and not mistaken. Whoever did the original experiment did it correctly and was honest about their results. And the gravity of Earth has not significantly changed since the experiment was done. What if you just did the experiment yourself? Well, then you have to assume that you did the experiment correctly. Gravity is an actual force. The scientific method works. Your senses are reliable. Your reason is reliable. Induction is a reliable method. You've accounted for all of the variables, even those you know not of. You designed the experiment correctly, and the universe follows rational laws. You think that's a lot? The skeptic's just getting started. You're also assuming that logic works. You're not dreaming. Deduction works. You're not a brain in a vat. Math works. You're not in the matrix. Your memory works. And of course, words, numbers, Earth, gravity, meters, seconds, experiments, science, knowledge, and you exist. Oh, and I almost forgot. You're also assuming that you are not systematically and pervasively deceived. These are a lot of things that we generally take for granted. They may be simple and small assumptions, but they are assumptions nonetheless. And therefore, this simple and common scientific claim does not hold up to our high bar for knowledge. Now, why don't we want assumptions? Why do I call anything that has an assumption something that's based on faith? Well, to respond to that, I'll show you how bad my Latin is. Ex falso quodlibet. From the false, anything follows. For those of you who like logic, check this out. If I take as a premise P and not P, I can conclude P from one simplification. P or Q, 2, addition. Not P from one simplification again, and finally Q from 3, 4 disjunctive syllogism. If that made zero sense to you, try this one on for size. If I take as an assumption it is both raining and not raining, I can conclude from that it is raining, because that was one of our two options. I can also conclude that either it is raining or I am God. Because it's raining, I don't have to be God. But I can also include that it's not raining, once again from 1. And from 3 and 4, I can conclude that I am God, because if either it is raining or I am God, and it's not raining, that makes me God. If that didn't convince you, think of these other simple assumptions that can be extremely powerful if you take them at face value. God exists. I am infallible. My morality is the one true morality. These are common and powerful assumptions that people make. So, while science doesn't really hold up to the high bar we set for knowledge, don't worry, science isn't alone. Things such as math, religion, logic, and statistics all are down there with some basic assumptions that they have. You can judge them based on how many assumptions they make, but they all make assumptions and are therefore faith-based and not producing of knowledge. I'll leave you with a quote about assumptions. When you assume, you make an ass out of you and me. Check out this video and more at Carneades.org, and stay skeptical, everybody.